Hi, this is Subodh Srivastava, and I'm here at BrainTap office in New Bern. Thank you for the opportunity to be in this session. I appreciate your time, and thank you for the invite. You have built an incredible business, and it doesn't need an introduction anymore. So my question to you, Dr. Porter, is you have been building BrainTap for many years now. What have been some of the biggest challenges in growing this business?
Well, I think bringing in the right team members and bringing in the right vendors who are going to help us with different things that we're not skilled at. We've had experiences with some that live up to their promises and others that don't. And, when depending upon what you're counting on, that can really set you back. And I think, I think that's a big challenge. And then a challenge most companies have is how are we going to get to the market and tell them our story? That seems to be the main concerns we have.
Got it. And Cynthia, would you like to add something to it?
So basically agree with everything that he said here. Over the years, it has been a challenge finding the right employees and the right vendors to help us to get to where we're headed. And many times it's been disappointment because there are businesses out there that will make promises that they don't deliver on. So, and that's always a setback in time and money. So it affects all of your resources, really.
Well, I mean, that's a good question, I guess, because there's been a lot of challenges that we've worked through, just operationally or overall system-wise. A lot of changes, structure, documentation, and figuring out where our foundation really is. I think that's been one of the hardest things, just system-wise, I guess you could say. I was part of some of those conversations prior to me being in the position that I am now, but just from, meetings that we've had in the past, I think communication was one of those things that was really lacking. There were changes being made without everyone being aware of it. The key stakeholders being aware of what is actually happening or what the changes were, why the changes were being made. We've had situations where, projects were worked on halfway and then another scenario came up and that one just kind of got either pushed live, not fully completed, or just got put in the backlog again. It got lost. So I think we're getting to a point now where we're able to have strategic transitions of what the projects are and what is most important for the company.
Question to you, Cynthia.
Mhm.
You manage or oversee a different side of business than Dr. Porter does. So what matters most to you when it comes to how things run day to day?
So what matters most to me is meeting deadlines and meeting the milestones that we have set for the growth of the business, because it all ties together. So if one department or one vendor doesn't meet a milestone, then that sets everybody back. So I think that's the most important thing, is making sure that we stay on target.
Perfect.
Well, I think what comes to me as most important is going to be the foundation of the systems that we're utilizing, the structure and the processes, ensuring that everything is documented properly, and also having a structured timeline to any changes, things that might change, moving forward, because you don't want to change something without a process in place and everyone else knowing about it. So I think that's really important, along with creating efficient, processes that come along with it.
Now, next question is about the state of technology. So when it comes to technology side of the business today, how does that feel for you both?
We're very pleased right now. I mean, we had some growth plans and we found out that our previous vendor couldn't do it. So when we found your group, we'd already had some experience with you before, and we've seen the growth and keeping to schedules and going beyond what we've asked for. So I think that it's important we have vendors that do that. That I can just know they're doing it and then get my weekly or biweekly or monthly updates and know that everything's tracking. And I think we have that right now in our technology. Now, on the other side of things, that's our technology. The biggest income to our company is our software, our app. So that's a big responsibility because it's always changing, So we need a team that's smart and educated and will research things that they don't know and not tell us that they can do it and then never do it, so things like that. So I think that's important.
So technology in our business has played a role from the very beginning. And we had so many dreams early on that couldn't be fulfilled because the technology wasn't there yet. And so over time, the different kinds of things that we wanted to do with brainwave entrainment, with our product, we've slowly but surely been able to do things that we couldn't do before because of technology. So it's played a huge role in our business from the very beginning. So today, it's really important to us to have people on the tech side that are up to speed and are able to keep up now with how fast technology is developing. And so finding the right team that can do that was really important to us. And we feel like we found that we're staying ahead of the curve, and that in today's environment, that absolutely is necessary because tech is moving so fast, and we are a tech company.
Absolutely. Seems you wanted to mention AI somewhere, but you didn't.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely, AI is a huge part of the direction that we're going now, just like so many other businesses. And staying ahead of the curve with AI is especially important and especially challenging because it is moving so fast. So having a firm that is staying ahead of the curve when it comes to AI is going to be very key to our growth and development. And we're feeling really optimistic about it at this point.
Looking ahead at what's next for BrainTap, how do you feel about the foundation you are building on?
Oh, I think it's rock solid. And, when we bring a solution like we did today, when we were talking, you said, well, you had an easier solution. It was going to cost us less time, less money. Those are the kind of things, that we brought to us and, recommended by like your company. And we wish that some of our other vendors were like that, but we get what we get. And so I think that that's super important. I feel really super comfortable. I was telling Cynthia after the meeting we had, I said, wow, I didn't even realize 1/10 of what you guys had accomplished in that time. So it was great.
So I feel too the foundation that we have now was a long time coming. We had challenges along the way with other past vendors that couldn't build that kind of foundation, and it was a setback a couple of times. So to be able to look at our mobile app today, see the foundation that's been set, and that it can expand into so many different things that we've dreamed of doing, and now we know we have the foundation to do that. And we couldn't be more excited about where we are right now. So I think that many businesses, and especially those in the tech field, are dealing with IT chaos all the time. And we've been through it, and we know other entrepreneurs who have been through it. And it's extremely challenging, can be stressful in business, and can really cause setbacks. The beauty of what SubcoDevs has brought to BrainTap is that IT chaos is gone. We have a foundation, we have a direction, we have milestones that we are 100% confident will be met because it's been proven to us again and again that SubcoDevs delivers on their promises. So we couldn't be more grateful than we are right now for where we are when it comes to our software and where it's going. And for our business, subscriptions are the basis of our business. They're certainly what builds the value in our company, and we have confidence that our subscription base is going to flourish because of the foundation that's been laid with the help of SubcoDevs. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Any closing remarks, Dr. Porter?
I think she said everything there. I don't know. But I think that one thing that I know that SubcoDev did that other vendors don't is you actually show us how to save money with you. It's not like you're trying to add money. You're always looking to how can we save it? How can we shortcut it? How can we do that? And I think as a business owner, we can really make money in so many ways. And when you're dealing with cost, if you can reduce that cost, and then that drops to the bottom line, and you've helped us to see some things that we were going to do and you change those. I think that's really important to have in a company like yourself, and that most people don't get that. the company's always looking to gouge you for more money and things like that. And we found you to be very fair. And, if there was something coming up, we discussed it, talked about the pros and cons, and you gave us a good case or didn't, and we decided to go with that. So I think that's key to having a great relationship. Not just, I feel like we're more than vendor business relationship because you care about our company and you helping us to succeed.
And since it's been super refreshing working with SubcoDevs in that if there's a recommendation that you have for us, then that recommendation is laid out for us in a beautiful presentation. Take us through it step by step so we totally understand what it is that you're recommending and why. The most important thing is why. And then we make informed decisions. We're not just, going along with whatever somebody is saying we should do. We really understand the reasoning behind it. And that has been super refreshing. I've not had that in a development company before. And so it's greatly appreciated.
Thank you so much. This has been a great session together. Thank you for all the golden words.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm sure someone in your situation would be benefited from consulting.
Sorry. And it's all heartfelt.
Thank you very much. I truly appreciate that.